I guess I should have brought some salt today, but what I'm stating is pretty much assumptions, but it's what I see in it. It could be that word, paradactyly, or whatever that word is, where you're just seeing what you want to see. But what I'm seeing here is a thunderbird fighting with a snake. The snake has the thunderbird's wing, and the thunderbird has the snake by the neck. There are 9 stones here, and I see that image in all but one. I see 8 images of a thunderbird fussing with a snake, except that one. There's no snake involved in this sculpture. I think this had another story to tell. But on this thunderbird, the snake's head is right there, and its little curly body goes that way, and it's latched onto the thunderbird's wing. This one, it appears that is the head of the snake, and it's latched onto the wing of that thunderbird. I know some of these are real iffies, and that's one of them. But again, I see a thunderbird here with its wings, and on its right shoulder is a snake. If I can get it to focus correctly. And one of the things that I have, I guess you call it required of the thunderbirds that I find, what is required of them is to have an elephant on the tip of each wing. And this one does. There's an elephant right there. And there is an elephant right there, incorporated into the wing of the thunderbird. And I think this one is fussing with a snake. This one, at one angle, I can see the wings and the snake, again, getting a hold of the eagle's wings. This one looks as if the thunderbird is, or has got a hold of something, as if it might be the tail of a snake. But again, this snake figurehead right here has a hold of the thunderbird's shoulder. This, I see an image at one angle, and it's sort of right there. If that is the eyes of the thunderbird, and that are wings, And that's a large snake attached to one of its wings. This is the last one. I may not be seeing this correctly, but that looks like a snake's head, and the body of it but rather than a three-dimensional Thunderbird, it appears like the bird was made as an image in the stone. It looks to have wings outspread. And if that is the head in there, then the snake has latched on to the neck of it. Or every bit of this, or most of it, except for some of these, could be my imagination. But it seems that Thunderbirds and snakes fighting has something very significant to say. Certainty is a shaky foundation. Yesterday I saw this image differently. This morning I see that as the bird, and that as the snake back there, latching on to the back of his neck. On the other side is an owl. And an elephant. And this undoubtedly makes something. That's a raised area, and that's a really big eye. But I've turned this piece several ways, and I just can't see what that eye would make on such a large scale. Normally large eyes have to be backed away from. Maybe it's a fish or something. But this is really an intriguing stone. Folks, I stopped at the creek down here about a half a mile away to find a few stones so that I can have a demonstration showing that water tumbled wear on stones will look different from the ones that come off the top of our hill that the dozer had uncovered for us years ago, and I'm still picking them up. They will show tiny pressure flaking around any soft spot, and I will show you some of these. But I wanted some stone that was just, rocks and that had been tumbled for a long time to make this demonstration. But it seems that all three of these are tools. And I got these right at the edge of the water, and I slipped in, and I wish somebody would invent something for old folks like myself. I'm 75 years old. I just need something that's about 4 or 5 feet long, that has a little something that I can grab stones like this out there in that deep water. But I enjoyed the trip. Anyway, but just at the edge of the creek, these are tools. I could see more in the water out there further. I think that's why I was excited and slipped. But for the demonstration, I was wanting something to show the water-worn wear look compared to the pressure flaking and carving on the tools that I find up here that the dozer had uncovered for us years ago. But all three of these are not only a tool, but they're kind of awesome. This is well, it was for wood. It could have been for spear. It could have been for building materials or whatever. It was a abrasion tool with elephants carved out on each side of that part. And probably other images in there if I look, which is awesome. I mean, I love them, but anyway, you understand what I'm talking about. I just wanted to show you what stones look like if they're worn around in the creek. Here's another elephant and another elephant as a side abrasion tool. I had, that's obviously abrasion tool right there, held like that. I had heard once that the odds of finding an artifact was slim, but from this morning's trip, literally, I think it's harder to find a tool that's not a tool. I mean, a stone that's not a tool. Never mind all that. Just, I may have to start this video all over because I got excited. Paradactylia, or whatever, again, I guess. But I'm seeing a thunderbird and a snake. Surely not.